Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence. Coming up today on HHS In Depth, a new time for our school days will begin next school year, and we'll let you know what those new times are and why this change is coming.
Along with a story over upcoming elections for student government, with information on how you can get your name on the ballot for this year's election.
Plus, in sports, a couple dominant wins highlights this week's Spartan Athletic news. I'll get you caught up on those wins later on in Down to the Wire.
Those stories and more coming to you today only on HHS In Depth.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Morgan Gillette.
And I'm Anthony Gary. Welcome back to another episode of HHS In Depth. And Morgan, for those non-seniors who will be back here next year, a few weeks back, the Sac School Board voted for the Homestead School Day to start and end even earlier next school year.
HHS In Depth reporter Graham DeWitt joins us now to give us the reason why this change is coming.
By now, you might already be aware that our school day will be starting and ending a little bit earlier next year. This is because SACS has adopted a new 3-tier transportation system, which will replace the old 2-tier system that we have seen for many years.
Some of the biggest changes are going to be that the high school and middle schools aren't on the same tier. They're going to be separated. High school and Woodside will be on one tier. Summit and 2 elementary schools will be on the second, and then the remaining elementary schools will be on the 3rd tier.
This new system was introduced in order to help curb an issue that SACS, as well as many other schools around the nation, have had for a while.
We don't have enough drivers to take care of all the growth that is in the community. We have 41 routes, so we use 41 buses for high school and middle school, and we use 41 buses for elementary. Elementary, we have 5 buses that are actually double routed. And they would take students home, come back to the school, grab another load of students, and then take them home. So you really need 46 buses. So being able to divide these up into 3 tiers, it allows us for that flexibility.
While Homestead School Day isn't changing much, the new starting time for Summit will have a big impact on Homestead before and after the school day.
Being able to separate the traffic between Summit and Homestead. With the traffic flow, I'm sure you guys have all driven that route. It's very crazy in the morning, very crazy in the afternoon. So being able to have those on separate tiers is a lot better. Even
though Homestead might not be directly affected by the changes that much, still prepare to wake up just a little bit earlier when you return next school year. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Graham DeWitt.
Thanks, Graham. We are now joined by HHS In Depth reporter Nada DeHook. And Nada, with the school year coming to an end, this means that student government elections are once again right around the corner.
That's right, Anthony. Each year, a new group of students is elected to serve as president, vice president, treasurer, secretary, or representative for their class. Current freshmen, sophomores, and juniors recently received an email with the election petition Google form. There you can decide what position you want to apply for and what the requirements are for each role. Student government sponsor Senor Pieper says a great candidate would be a student looking to make a positive impact here at Homestead.
We're looking for students who model the Spartan Honor Code, students who act with integrity and with kindness and honesty in all that they do. We're looking for those type of students to be involved in student government for next year. We're also looking for students who can make the time commitment. We meet every Wednesday after school. Over the course of the year, you're going to see a lot of change, and we're looking for students who want to get in behind that and want to support what it takes to make our school a great place and an even better place.
After you apply, candidates may start campaigning upon receiving notification from Senor Pieper that they have been approved to run for student government, shortly after the April 18th deadline. All campaign signs must be approved by Mrs. Bay before hanging up around the school. Completed petitions will be due electronically by 2:40 p.m. Tuesday, April 18th to Senor Pieper. Class officer elections will be held the following week, and class representatives will be voted on afterward.
Although this week was warm, will we continue to see sunny skies as we move forward? Stick around and I'll let you know more when we return.
Welcome back to HHS In Depth.
Welcome back. Prom is only 2 weeks away and tickets are currently on sale during all lunches in the cafeteria. Tickets are $30 through April 21st. The tickets will increase to $35 the week of April 24th through April 28th, and the tickets will cost $40 the night of prom at the door on April 29th. Please purchase your tickets soon to save some money.
As you heard earlier in Nada's story, students who are interested in running for either a class officer or class representative for student government for the 2023-2024 school year must submit the election petition that was sent to them via Canvas. The deadline to request to be on the ballot is 2:40 p.m. Tuesday, April 18th. Elections will take place later this month.
A cheerleading call-out meeting for Homestead fall football and competition squads will take place for students in grades 8 through 11 on Monday, April 17th. The meeting will take place in the Homestead cafeteria at 6 p.m. You and your parent or guardian must enter door 31, which is off of Aboit Center Road. Any questions, send an email to Coach Sunderland at the email address shown here.
Tuesday, April 18th is the deadline for students who successfully enrolled in spring or full-year dual credit courses with Ivy Tech to withdraw from the course. It is highly recommended that students who are earning currently a D or a F in these courses, or may anticipate earning a D or F by the end of the semester, to withdraw from the course via their dual enroll account. It is important that the students notify their instructor after completing the withdrawal on dual enroll. Contact your teacher or Mr. Clark at the email address shown here with any questions.
This season was a first across the state of Indiana as boys volleyball officially became a school-sanctioned sport. In to tell you more about our boys volleyball team is HHS in-depth reporter Michelle Obioma.
Recently, a new team has been added to Homestead's athletic roster. Starting this spring, get ready to see some new faces in the Spartan Arena. After years of being dubbed an emerging sport, boys volleyball is officially an IHSAA sport. The team is excited and ecstatic for the road ahead.
I had a former student that was really interested in volleyball, and he was asking me to start a team last year, a while ago. Mrs. Holtzclaw and I were big proponents for starting a team, and so together we kind of just went after it and started reaching out to people and throwing it together.
A pivotal moment for many of the players was their first home game.
After the first set we won, I remember Kale got the kill to finish it, and I just remember seeing everyone going crazy. I just thought it was a really cool moment, and that was the start of our whole system here.
And even though we didn't end up winning that first game, it was it just really set a foundation for how much energy we have to bring to the game because so many people care to see us play.
With each day that passes, the bonds on the team grow stronger and stronger.
One of the funniest things that people say is just that our volleyball team looks like something you'd never guess because everybody on it just looks like you never guess them to be on a team all together.
They're just all excited to be here. It's just really fun. It's competitive, but it's still a lot of energy, a lot of fun.
I'm just with people I never thought I would hang out with, and they're just really cool here and just amazing guys to play with.
Even during the start of their first ever season, the team is happily looking forward to the future.
I'm looking forward to just seeing the improvements we make, looking back at film from our first game against Carroll to the last time we play them. I'm just really excited to see the jump that we've made through JV and varsity.
I really want to make state. I really want to state this year. That's basically what I'm looking forward to.
Every single thing that we do is a record that we set because we're the first to ever do this, so we're making history in that way. So we just wanted to set a really good, solid foundation for the future of the team and just the sport in general for the next few years.
For the sport as a whole, I think Northeast Indiana is going to be a really big component of just what the sport looks like moving forward. With how many schools put teams together last minute, it's really encouraging that we could be pretty strong competitors in state competitions.
The boys volleyball team is looking forward to an amazing inaugural season. Their next game is next Thursday, April 20th at 6 p.m. Don't forget to show out and support your fellow Spartans. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Michelle Obioma.
Thanks, Michelle. Well, this week certainly has been spectacular outside, but will it continue through the weekend?
Mara Nicholson joins us now to tell us the answer.
Thanks, Morgan and Anthony. This afternoon and Saturday, make sure to go outside as much as you can, since the temperature will be in the high 70s and only get down to around 58 degrees both nights. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but unfortunately, there are calls for thunderstorms and heavy rain late Saturday and all throughout this Sunday. with temperatures drastically dropping, with a high of 56 degrees and a low of 37 degrees Sunday night. While this is definitely not the news that we all wanted to hear, don't give up hope yet. Stick around and I will tell you if the weather plans to improve next week.
Thanks, Mara. Next in Down to the Wire, Matthew Otten fills in and will get us caught up on Spartan Athletics news over the last week.
Stick around, you're watching HHS In Depth.
Hello, Homestead. Here's this week's Club Roundup. Ping Pong Club will be meeting today in the cafeteria until 3:30. Please bring your own paddles and balls if possible, but extra equipment is available. K-Pop Club meets today, Friday, April 14th, after school in room 924. Students for Life meets Tuesdays until 3:15 in Mr. Tucky's room 503. Environmental Club's next meeting is on Monday at 2:45 in room 206. Don't forget to support the Environmental Center for the New to You resale on Saturday, April 22nd from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It is open to the public. Located in the NGAP gym, please enter door 26. The Minority Student Union will be meeting from 2:45 until 3:45 on Friday, April 21st in room 611, Dr. Robinson's room. Film Club will meet in room 614 next Tuesday after school. They will be starting Dr. Strangelove and discussing its impact on the film industry and pop culture. Horticulture Club will meet Thursday, April 20th after school in room 208. Please bring your plants to Mrs. B's room 208 before school for the plant growing competition. To get up-to-the-minute club updates and additional information, please check out the HHS announcement page on Canvas.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. I'm Matthew Otten. As of this weekend, all spring sports will be underway. Let's start today with a recap of the week. Up first is our girls tennis team, who opened up their season at home this past Wednesday against Belmont. It was a clean sweep for the girls as they opened their season winning 5-0 throughout all 5 matches. Only one wasn't a 2-0 win. Taking a look at the final results, number 1 singles Macy Parker won 2-0, number 2 singles Layla Kelly won 2-1, and number 3 singles Caroline Stock won 2-0. In doubles, it was the number 1 tandem of Reagan Zitlaw and Grace Hansen winning 2-0, and the number 2 doubles team of Elena Schilt and Kendall Fry winning 2-0. The girls moved to 1-0 on the season and are back in action tomorrow at home as they will host an invite with Leo, Penn, and Fishers. Our baseball team was also in action this past Tuesday as they traveled down to Huntington North and pounded the Vikings by a final score of 16-5 in 5 innings. An 11-run third inning by the Spartans broke the game wide open. Leading the way for Homestead was Logan Tuttle, who went 3 for 4 with a home run with 3 RBIs. Bryce Yoder was 1 for 2 with 3 RBIs, and Jake Goody and Justin Gotzowitz each had 2 RBIs. Luke Neiswanger got the win on the mound as Homestead moved to 3-3 on the season. Also on Tuesday night, our softball team beat the brakes off of Carroll, shutting them out 5-0. Ava Mejia had an outstanding outing, pitching all 7 innings with 12 strikeouts and 0 runs allowed. Libby Minobi took control at the plate, getting on base 4 out of 4 times and became a problem around the bases with 5 stolen bases. Homestead moved to 2-1 on the season and will play Northridge tomorrow. And finally, good luck to the boys golf team who opens their season tomorrow at Stonehenge Golf Course in the Warsaw Invite. After tomorrow's match, all spring sports teams will have officially started their seasons. Reminder that if you want your spring results to be posted here on Down to the Wire, you must email the results to either of the emails below. That'll do it for this week's edition of Down to the Wire. Thank you for watching, and Mara will have a final check of the weather when we return.
Next week on HHS In Depth, reporter Emily Adams will bring you a story about Performing Arts Day and what it's all about. Catch this story and more next week.
Luckily, this week feels like a perfect spring forecast, with the sun peeking out and only being partly cloudy this week. But make sure to grab a jacket on your way out the door on Monday and Tuesday, as we will be seeing some temperatures in the lower 50s during the day, and then a chilling drop down to the 30s at night. However, Wednesday and Thursday should hopefully lift our spirits when the temperatures rise to the 60s. Make sure to make the most of this nice weather while we have it, because as we know, April showers are inevitable if we want those pretty May flowers. Morgan, Anthony, back to you.
All right, thank you, Mara, and thank you for watching today.
Good luck to all of our Homestead athletes and other performers in action this weekend.
Want to catch up with HHS in depth beyond this news show? Check out our Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Homestead Media for updates, recaps, and other short stories around school.
If you haven't already checked out the documentary made by Anthony and me called Bryson's Battle, go check it out at the link down below.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here again next week.